tech knows how to keep a little secret. I don't wish for my success, I speak it. I caught a buzz and you did too, but you tweaking. I look like I've been getting money, how reeking. You smell me, that's LV. Walk around with my chest out and my skin smooth, I'm healthy. I'm in a mix and I'm handshaking, but most of y'all can't help me. Most of y'all ain't wealthy. Most of y'all just dress like it. I caught the vibe that y'all giving off, and I'm trying to make myself less like it. This chick got a little Porsche body, I might let the bro test drive it. It's hard for me to get excited. I love music and stress about it. My city haunting, I'm co-signing this wave coming up next out it. Round in this shotgun and her tested. Hanging both of my legs out it like what's up? I got stakes and they too high now, I can't fuck up. I like girls that's down to earth, so don't be stuck up. I don't take L's, I give them out and I chuck them up. First listen, they hearing this shit like what the fuck? 10 toes, that's my MO. Fam of a gram, that's my MO. Fucking close friends, I got friends that I keep close and they let it go while I reload. Like, TSA just opened my book bag up and my chain hitting like. King's back in his hometown when them wheels hit and I touch down, nigga. She down low 3-point stance, I'm back there doing jack dance like. And I'm not no fashionista, but I'm fly though. And I know I gave up drinking, but I'm high though. I told her I don't come from here, but you can try though. I'm not on top of this shit yet, but I'm that guy though. I take a look around at my confidence just wide open, big whip and it slide open. I notice they treat me like I'm chosen. Eyes open, heart clean and my mind focused. This shit just keeps going how I wrote it. How the hell could you doubt us? I mean, back then it made sense, but it's like, now what? Now they down to come around just to be round us. You ain't one of my dogs, why do you hound us? There's very few of you I like, but there's a whole lot of y'all I don't trust. Cause 10 toes, that's my MO. Fam of a gram, that's my MO. Fucking close friends, I got friends that I keep close and they let it go while I reload. Like, TSA just opened my book bag up and my chain hitting like. King's back in his hometown when them wheels hit and I touch down, nigga. She down low 3-point stance, I'm back there doing jack dance like.
Seahawks, man. They look like the Arizona Cardinals this year, coming out hot. And then they just couldn't get the job done at the second half of the season. Although, are they still that team? Are they the team going in? What's that West look like? Oh, it's the Niners. So the I gotta see. Do they even have a shot to get in now? Was that like their game too? Oh, they're still at the top of the. They're like right there on the bubble. They're the top team on the bubble. So it's Lions, Packers, and Seahawks fighting. And with a half a game lead is the Commanders. A 1-game lead is the Giants. The Cowboys are in. They have clinched. So we definitely... And then so... Saints are 6-9. So it's weird because the Bucks can't even clinch with a win this week if the Saints win. But if the Saints lose and the Bucks win... If the Saints lose this week and the Bucks win, the Bucks clinch. And we got 5 teams clinched in the NFC. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's getting crazy. Only 2 weeks of football left. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you had a great Christmas. Merry post-Christmas. This is the day where I hope a lot of people took that time to actually just breathe and enjoy things. I know for us here at the Balliet House, it's been... I told somebody, I said... It was like a college day. It was me and 2 other immature boys with some girl that was here last night but won't leave the house. Yeah, it's just my family. But it's been nothing but like hanging out, just snacking, laying around, doing Legos and playing games. It's been a nice, fun day, but it's coming to a close. Tomorrow is the day where I finally get back on track. I can't go back now. I keep saying the 27th. Tomorrow is that day. So I bought my wife a Bartesian, which is like a Keurig for alcohol drinks. and we've been trying that out tonight. It's kind of like if you ever saw when in the show The Office, you know that's my favorite like sitcom, where they get the espresso machine. I think that's that show, isn't it? Where they get the espresso machine and everyone's like going nuts. That's kind of what's going to happen with this Spartesian. We only have 6 capsules for it, so when they're gone, they're gone. But man, it makes strong drinks. How was everyone's Christmas? Tell me how you guys did. We have $200 credit to give away. That's going to shut off at midnight tonight, or whenever I wake up around midnight, 2 a.m. and turn it off. Chris Olave Silver, Desmond Ritter, and a Bryce Young. We'll have to random the NIL spot out. It was good, Jamie. I saw a pic of Graham's. It looked like you guys had a good time. One of our autos is going to be 400 points. We'll random those off. Chris Long. And how about Julio Hones? Did he score that? I think he had a touchdown last night, didn't he? Or one called back. Oh, man. Can I tell you my heartbreak? I got hooked on so many bets yesterday. I was 3 for 4 on 3 different parlays for over $150 wins on $10 bets. So, and they weren't like the thing that is with it is if it's like, oh, that was like, oh, you took, 4 picks, but one of them was plus 1,400. It was never going to happen. Nah. One of them was freaking, my worst one was last night. It was, what's the shittiest team in the league? The Denver Broncos. Jerry Jeudy. I needed Jeudy to score a touchdown. It was a 4-leg parlay. And Jerry Jeudy just needed a touchdown. And he caught that one and couldn't get his feet in bounds. And the thing was, when Russell Wilson got taken out of the game, I was like, all right, now I got a shot. Dude, it's sad, but like at the rest of the year, I think you just bench Wilson. You got rid of the coach. Like, whatever. Just bench him. Make him humble. Make him go to work in the off season. It snowed in Florida. The world's ending. Trevon Walker, Lamar Jackson, Brett Favre. Hey! McGinn! Brock Purdy! He's going to the Super Bowl, baby. There he is, Brock Purdy. Why are we excited about pulling Brock Purdy's? I mean, like, he's not doing bad. You can say, oh, there's a Kelsey out of 199 and a Hutch out of 149. You can say all you want. People are overplaying, blah, 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 blah. But, like, listen, what was Tom Brady's round pick? And he won how many Super Bowls? Who's to say that it just doesn't happen? Every person selected in the draft of the NFL is a valid football player. Valid. And here's what I keep reading about Brock Purdy. It's experience so often. Some of these guys get drafted and they have like 12 games under their belt. And they're first, second round picks. Why a guy who played like 30 games, why isn't he good? Donovan McNabb, Breece Hall, Malik Willis, Zach Wilson. Oh man, that situation. Corey Sutton, Kyron Williams, and Cortland Sutton numbered out of 75. Corey Sutton, I got to see where he's at. Not related to Corton, I would imagine. That's probably what it's going to autocorrect to. Corey Sutton. Let me see. Probably going to be NIL. Corey Sutton goes to Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions for that one. Hating on Bears QBs again? What Bears QB am I hating on? I didn't hate on Bears QB. Wait, when did I hate on a Bears QB? The worst player in the NFL is a freak athlete. I'll put my comments on live. They are on live. I don't know when I said something about the Bears quarterbacks. I'm confused. But either way, dude, listen. I told you. If you're talking about Justin Fields, me talking shit on Justin Fields, let me tell you, I was scared. I was very, very... I'm not generally quiet during games. I'm just not. I'm not quiet in general. But I was very quiet for the first half of the Bears and Bills game. Very, very, very quiet. I just didn't know what to think. I was worried from the start. I told Chris that. Our saving grace was poor play calling. Our saving grace was oh, is that all he played in college? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Yeah, and there's an example, you know. And I listen, I'm a Trubisky fan. If you go back and look at a history, I promoted Trubisky. I bought his rookie cards. He was a guy I slightly invested in. He probably had 10% of my money for market shares. I was way wrong. I just don't know. Like, some of these guys get off to a bad start and never recover. And my fear is that I hear a lot of good things about Zach Wilson, right? Like, he could be a great NFL quarterback. The Jets are doing him dirty. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, and I believe it. There we go. Muth, even though he screwed me on a big parlay this week, he was another one. Muth going out to the Pittsburgh Steelers going to be... I don't know how to say your name, and it's been a while. I'm going to say Lacey. I don't know if that's right, but hey, welcome back. It's been a while. Yeah, Jack, I think the Bears, you know what's crazy? They got rid of two of their great defensive players, and they got better on defense, I think. I don't know how. I don't know. It's weird how it all works out like that. But listen, Tua going in the concussion protocol again. They play, I believe do they play the Jets this week? No, they play the Jets the very last week, because it could be the way the Jets get into the playoffs. It's going to be a weird... There's a very, very good chance Dolphins don't make the playoffs this year. And I know. I'm sorry, Dolphins fans. It's not personal. But I took a lot of heat after the Dolphins beat the Bills, and I kept my mouth shut. You know, I took it to the chin and just grinned and bared it. And I will say I don't really have a ton of sympathy for the Dolphins fans right now. Oh, really? Isn't it voted by the fans? Because what's crazy is how many Bills players did not make it. It is kind of nuts. The Pro Bowl is I'm excited for the Pro Bowl this year, though. They're switching it up, right? Hey, how about this guy? Here's an example. As we talk about quarterbacks that maybe started in bad systems. I mean, he only had, 6 incompletions last night? It's not like he's like... And he's been in the system for a couple weeks. He's under a great coach who did great things for Goff. Turned Stafford into a Super Bowl champion after being over a decade in Detroit. I just think that Baker Mayfield, I want him to stay in LA and I want Stafford to retire. And that's because I think Stafford got a Super Bowl. His wife wants him to retire. Don't make the same mistake Brady did. Just go home, enjoy your family. I know that's hard. Showcase out of 100, Denver Broncos. Oh, really? But it does have fan vote aspect to it, right? Because I read it. I read it. I don't know. I don't get on and vote for any of that. I mean, the Pro Bowl is a bit of a joke. Most people get voted in, bow out anyhow. This year it might not be so much as it's not contact. We'll see. We'll see if it makes a difference. We'll have to random this one off. Out of 100, we got Waddle, Prescott, and Mixon out of 100. It is pretty cool, Zach, that you had a chance during the holiday season to watch the Bears game with your mom. Zach's mom is a Bills fan. And, of course, Christmas Eve, the game's on. You want to be with family. And then to have... I couldn't watch it with a Bears fan. I wouldn't. Even my family was Bears. I probably wouldn't. Maybe that game, because I felt a bit more confident than some, but I was still scared. At halftime, I probably would have left. Just to be safe. Save myself from going to, prison for some reason. That's a long weekend in jail when there's nobody to do a little hearing. on the Christmas weekend. Well, you got assault charges. We can't just let you out. Yeah, but it was my grandma. She was talking shit. Ty Freifogel to the Dallas Cowboys. And whoa, coming up, a short print. Ty Freifogel and Breece Hall out of 6. Going to the Jets. He'll be back with a vengeance next year. New York Jets, John Stevener. I don't know what to think. Right? I mean, Grandma, I told you not to talk shit. Oh, man. How about that New England Patriots fans that just let that lady chirp in his face at the Raiders game? And then Robert Kraft invited him to the owner invited him, Robert Kraft, to the owner's box. And man, how awesome experience. Like, even if it, like, I think it was a genuine gesture. I know that you can look at it a million different ways, but I think it's kind of like, man, you represent our fan base well. Like, I'd do the same thing. I don't care who it was, you know, demographics aside. It's like one of those things where it's like, thank you for representing Bailey Zappi and Pickett there back to back. Pickens with the winning touchdown this week. That was a crazy ending from the most boring game ever. But yeah, what an awesome gesture. What an awesome experience for that Pats fan. You know, it's unfortunate. Like, you try to do a nice thing, and I read comments and I hear things, and it's like, dude, just let the situation be what it is. You know, you can't win in some of those situations. Yeah, I saw that a bunch. Don, you know what's funny about that Bills-Bengals game? There is one game next week between two teams that have a winning record. One game. At least is what I read. I didn't look at it, so I can't confirm this is a statter. And it's the Bills and the Bengals game. The only winning record head-to-head next week, which is insanity. Going into the last week. And so I didn't look at the mix yet. I never look at them until after Monday Night Football, which is about to start right now. But a little crazy, right? There's a Sam Howell, Deontay Johnson, and Hunter Renfrow. I believe he had a touchdown. He was the first to score in that game. The only touchdown. It was early in the game, and then nothing else until the very end. A lot of speculation that they set that up to be like the immaculate reception and blah, blah, blah. The NFL is the entertainment industry. I don't know. I'm not buying it. I believe what I want to believe, and I don't want to believe that. So I'm not going to. Oh, I know, Zach, that video. And that guy, you know what? Normally I'd feel bad for that situation, but that guy was like, I said it earlier on a break. That guy was looking for a lawsuit. He wanted someone to pop him in the jaw. Luckily, no one did. They got him out, but I don't think anybody's going to see that situation and be like, yeah, that guy didn't deserve that. He's wearing like 8 different teams on his clothing. Mark Gastineau for the Jets. Jets going out to John Stevener, New Jersey Jets. It's going to go with the 2 out of 6 Breece Hall. He had a Bears scarf on too, Zach. And an Eagles beanie. Or maybe it was an Eagles beanie and a Bears scarf. I don't know. He had Eagles, Bears, Packers. But yeah, it's just bonkers. This is going to be our only break tonight. I am thinking about throwing up a baseball auction tonight. That would obviously break tomorrow night. And then I have some Bowman Light coming in that was supposed to be overnighted to me to be here on Saturday. And it wasn't. Along with some supers and stuff. But I'm just going to throw up a little mini baseball mixer. For tomorrow night, and then we'll get into football too. Mosaic, I think, comes out Friday. I have some of that coming. We'll start with some PYTs. We'll do some mixers as well. We got Justin Fields and turn of the century, Treylon Burks out of 25 for the Titans. Jock Trenchard, there you go with the orange sparkle. So what was everyone's favorite part about Christmas? Roger McCreary out of $3.99. Full Throttle out of $3.49. Everyone's favorite part. You have a favorite moment, favorite memory. It was cool the games were on. I mean, that made Christmas a little cool. Out of $9.99, Kayvon Thibodeau. Even if the games were bad. Drake London out of $3.99. And here we go. Having a little Patty Mahomes. Moxie. Not numbered, but going out to the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be going out to TJ Herb. Watching Fat Neutral. Steelers winning. But, like, so Jamie, are Steelers eliminated from playoff contention, or do they still have a shot? Kind of like what Bears fans said after they lost. It's like, well, I'm kind of glad we won, which I get. Now, if you're a team that is just going for draft picks, it's hard, man. You can't tell your players to flop it. Oh, they're not. They still have a shot. Chris Olave, Javonte Williams, and Keenan Allen. They need a lot. But listen, Green Bay Packers, I think they said had what? An 11% chance to make the playoffs in week 11. Before this week, it was like a 17% chance, and now it's up to like a 47% chance. If they win this week, it goes up to above like 60-some%. It's just nuts. Now, they have to win out, but they do play the Lions and the Vikings yet, and they need help. They need the Commanders to lose as well, at least one game, or the Giants to win 2 games. Both situations very possible. It was signed at a $9.99. And look at this. We got our on-card is going to be Carson Strong. On-card going out to the Philadelphia Eagles. Ricky. Colts winning tonight would be helpful for you. Yeah, because, I mean, it's crazy that Chargers can clinch a playoff spot tonight with a win. The line on this Colts team that just seems to be such a disappointing situation for them was only -3.5. And I wanted to bet the line, but I'm like, learn your lesson. It feels like a trap. This is a jersey number die cut, and it's numbered 28 out of 28. Very cool card for the Raiders. That might do well on a sale on like eBay. Jeff Kellington, unless you're a Raiders fan and you want it. But it is a status gold die cut, 28 out of 28, jersey number die cut with the numbered of the number. That's, if you believe in that stuff, and there is a group out there that loves that. Here's a Trey Lance out of 95. That's 100 minus his jersey number. 2 out of 95. Now, if that would have been a 5 out of 95, that would have been cool. Hurts. So here's my thing, too. Listen, and I know if you're an Eagles fan, whatever, part of being an MVP, and you may not believe this, but I believe it's staying healthy. I think you need to be healthy. You need to play in most games. So, a couple weeks ago, it was like Jalen Hurts and Tua were their top MVP candidates. And now, but then Tua missed a bunch. They lost 4 games in a row. He's out of the conversation. Hurts is hurt. He missed a game. Minshew played a great game, I think. I think Minshew looked awesome. He should be a starter somewhere next year. And if he's not, I don't get it. It's kind of, I'll never understand it. But Hurts is probably going to miss the game again, it sounds like, against New Orleans. To me, if they can't clinch that first place because he can't get healthy, there's Mahomes. This guy is by far the favorite. Minus 500 in the MVP race right now. Minus 500. To me, it's got to be either him. Josh Allen has to be in the conversation. I say that partly as a Bills fan, if I'm not lying, but like I know it's easy to look at turnovers, but he is only 2 behind Mahomes, and that's because Josh Allen threw 2 this week and Mahomes didn't throw any. But there's a Devin Lloyd out of 24. If you think tell me right now who you guys think is going to win MVP. Not who you want to win MVP, but who you think. Now remember, they get up to the final week. So looking at, I would take schedule because I think it's a close race, closer than people want to admit. Kyler Gordon out of 999. And there is a star status Jamal Adams out of 349. Michael Pittman out of 399. And there we go. Yeah, we got our 3 autos. I forgot we pulled that. Burks out of 25 to start. Burrow is the one I didn't mention, and I was waiting to see if anyone said it. If you look at Burrow, and then the other thing you have to kind of look at, bear with me now, the most valuable player to me is not only in the league, and this is a debate a lot of people have. Last box, good luck everybody. We will do 2 $5 hit list credits. Well, Zach, that's what I'm just getting to. Is most valuable player to a team as well. And if you want to go on that, I think you have to start when you look at not just the first half of the season, but the second half of the season. I do think you have to break it down, not just overall numbers, but in stages. Are we not putting Trevor Lawrence in the conversation at all? If you look at games in a bubble and then start to say, okay, well, this week and then Trevor Lawrence has to be in the conversation a little bit, right? Now, do I think he'll win it? No. I don't think he should either, but I think it's weird we don't put him in the conversation yet. But he's earning his way in there. He's getting in the conversation. Jameson Williams to the Detroit Lions. Don, I'm with you. If the Bengals win over the Bills and Joey B has like a 3 touchdown performance, there's and mind you that if the Chiefs drop a game and the Bengals win out, they would get the bye. How is Joey B not the MVP? And I think he will be. I think Joe Burrow is the MVP if he beats the Bills, wins the last week in whatever game, I forget who they play, and Kansas City ends up dropping one against the Broncos or someone else. I think it's the Broncos and the Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. They played them both close the first 2 times. Jameson Williams, that's out of 20. I know you can say there's no way, but there's always a way. DJ Moore out of 60. So I just think it's interesting. I think it's still up there for grabs. Jahan Dotson, rookie out of 25 pink for the Washington. There you go, Zach. Washington Redskins. I mean, football team. Don't forget, I know we don't want to believe he's any good because he bet on games, but Zach, Trevor Lawrence gets Riley Ridley next year. Not Riley Ridley. Calvin Ridley. Sorry, Calvin Ridley. Peyton Manning. There we go for classics. I saw that, Steve. They knocked out, who was it? It was like the Chargers game, I think. DJ Moore out of 25. Carolina Panthers. Ian Hunt. There you go. He's having a good season. Panthers have been better since they got rid of Christian McCaffrey. Sam Darnold, a lot to do with that, I think. I really do. But definitely has a little bit to do with it. And another numbered one. This is going to be out of 99. 2 numbered in this box. That is a Sky Moore, Kansas City Chiefs, TJ Erb. Oh, I think Justin Fields could be in the conversation. You're right. He's been better than yeah, you're right. I think record, obviously. I think the only way you talk about MVP is if you get in the playoffs. That's why I said if Lawrence can get his team to win their division and get into the playoffs, he has to be in the conversation. If they don't get in the playoffs, he can't be in the conversation. And I think with the way they started and the way they're going, and it all has to do, if you look at the correlation between Lawrence's numbers in the first half of the season and the record and their numbers in the second half. It all has to do with he is the most valuable player definitively to that team. Yeah, you're right, Zach. Oh, yeah, you have to have consistency. I think that is definitely a part of it. All right. But, hey, we'll check in next week. Big games this week as far as playoff positions go. We'll talk later this week as well. 20, I'll save this one. Legends Peyton Manning. We had the Jahan Dotson out of 35. DJ Moore out of 60. And Jamison Williams out of 20. We had the Patrick Mahomes Elitas. Devin Lloyd out of 24 die cut. Trey Lance out of 95. Drake London the 399. Out of 6, Breece Hall. And squad out of 100, Denver Broncos. Cortland Sutton going out of 75. Hutch to 149. Julio Jones tie-dye out of 25. And a Josh Jacobs jersey number status gold die cut 28 out of 28 jersey number. All right, then we also have to random this up. Let's just do that quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 6. It's going to go to the Bengals. Cincinnati going out to Don Wiley. Fan getting a card. And for our autographs, we had Sky Moore out of 99 going out to the Kansas City Chiefs. With the Sky Moore Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be TJ Herb. Oops, wrong color. Well, guys, it was fun breaking with you. I'm really glad we got something in the day. I missed you guys yesterday. I really do hope you had a great Christmas day. It was nice taking the day off, but I did think about this group a lot. DJ Moore for the Carolina Panthers. That's numbered out of 25. Carson Strong for the Philadelphia Eagles. Ricky Statler. It was the first Christmas we didn't do really anything in a long time. Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes with the Moxie going out to Kansas City. That's going to be going out to TJ Herb as well. Turn of the century, Treylon Burks out of 25. Tennessee Titans going out to Jacques. And Mark Gastineau for the New Jersey Jets going out to John Stevener. We had the Hunter Renfrow for the Las Vegas Raiders. Jeff Kellington getting that one. We also had the Ty Freifogel for the Dallas Cowboys. How about them this week? Going out to Nick D. Pat Freiermuth for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh letting their fans hang in. Kind of Pittsburgh and Green Bay, right? Very similar, like I feel like blue collar fan bases, cold weather teams, historically really good, but just not having a good season. Very similar playoff scenarios. They have a very low chance. Green Bay a little bit better. Corey Sutton, and we said that was going out to the Detroit Lions. And then a Brock Purdy for the San Francisco 49ers. That Detroit Lions score going out to Austin, and Matt McGinn getting the Brock Purdy. All right. We are going to go ahead and random up the 400. Really? Do you think so, though? You obviously don't live in Pennsylvania, Zach. If you lived in Pennsylvania, you may feel very, very differently about the word respectable when talking about Pittsburgh fans. I think even Jamie will back me up on that a bit. All right, 400 points counts as a hit. Maybe if you're talking about the teams, but the fan bases, not so much. Well, they're also not in your division. You got to remember that. Not that Pittsburgh's in mine. They're not even in your conference. Cincinnati Bengals getting that. Don Wiley, they already had a hit. All right, so here we go. We're going to do the two $5 hitless credits. Oh, no, Cincinnati Bengals didn't have one. They had a card. Oops. Come on. All right, now we're going to do two $5 hitless credits. Good luck, y'all. Top 2 and $5 hitless credits. Here we go. 1, 2. I tell you what, though, the most surprising fan base that annoyed me was Tennessee. They were the cockiest fans after they won. They were the nicest guys before. It was a good game. We made a mistake at the end, and I'll tell you what, it took everything in my power not to knock them out. Not because I was mad, but because they were just like unnecessarily rude after the game. It was like, all right, you won. We get it. Like it was because they were so nice before, and then they were just drunk assholes. All right, James and Richard Myler. Again, you always have bad fans. They're the loudest, annoying ones. All right, guys, I'm going to roll. We'll be back tomorrow. I may put up a baseball auction tonight. We will see. Winning's new to them. Merry Christmas, y'all. We will be together many, many times before New Year's. So, talk soon. We got $200 credit to give out tomorrow. Peace.